Laurie Vallow Daybell, once known as a seemingly ordinary suburban mother, has now become one of the most infamous figures in recent American true crime history. Dubbed the Doomsday Mom by the media, her story is a dark and twisted web of apocalyptic beliefs, manipulation, and shocking acts of violence that left a trail of death across multiple states. In April 2025, Laurie Vallow Daybell received 2 additional life sentences, this time in Arizona, after being convicted on 2 separate counts of conspiracy to commit murder. These new convictions came on top of a life sentence she is already serving in Idaho for the chilling murders of her 2 youngest children, 7-year-old Joshua J.J. Vallow and 16-year-old Tylee Ryan, as well as the death of her 5th husband's previous wife, Chad Daybell. But Laurie's descent into darkness didn't begin there. In July of 2019, Laurie's 4th husband, Charles Vallow, was shot and killed by her brother, Alex Cox, in Chandler, Arizona. Laurie claimed it was self-defense. She told the court that her brother had stepped in during a heated family argument and shot Charles to protect her. But investigators and prosecutors painted a very different picture. They argued that Laurie had plotted his death in advance, driven by a desire to collect life insurance money and free herself to pursue a relationship with Chad Daybell, a religious author whose doomsday prophecies fueled many of Laurie's radical beliefs. Laurie and Chad believed in a twisted version of end times theology, claiming that people could become zombies or be possessed by dark spirits. According to court documents, Laurie believed that her children had been overtaken by such spirits and needed to die for their light to be freed. It's a chilling justification, and one that prosecutors say reveals the depths of her delusion and danger. And the violence didn't end with Charles Vallow. In October 2019, just months after his death, Brandon Boudreau, the ex-husband of Laurie's niece, was nearly killed in a drive-by shooting outside his Phoenix home. Police later linked the attempted shooting to Alex Cox, and prosecutors again argued that Laurie had conspired in that attack as well. Though Brandon survived, it became yet another piece of the puzzle, showing how far Laurie and those close to her were willing to go to eliminate those they viewed as obstacles. When Laurie was convicted in these Arizona cases, she chose to represent herself. During the trial, she remained defiant, rejecting responsibility and offering no expression of guilt. She told the jury, quote, "If I was accountable for these crimes, I would acknowledge it." But the evidence against her, digital records, witness testimony, and the tragic pattern of violence spoke louder than her words. Her brother, Alex Cox, who played a central role in many of these events, died suddenly in December 2019. Though his death was ruled natural, some still question the full extent of his involvement and whether justice can truly be served without him facing a courtroom. Laurie's case has drawn national attention not only because of the disturbing nature of the crimes, but also because of how they were wrapped in religious fanaticism, family betrayal, and calculated deception. What began as the tragic death of a husband soon escalated into the murder of children, attempted killings, and a horrifying descent into a belief system that saw death as salvation. As of now, Laurie Vallow Daybell will never leave prison. With multiple life sentences in 2 states and no possibility of parole, she will spend the rest of her days behind bars. But for the families of the victims, no amount of sentencing can fully heal the wounds left behind. The children, the spouses, the loved ones, gone far too soon because of one woman's warped sense of destiny and righteousness.